week. It's like, are we live or are we not?
We are live.
We are live. Welcome, welcome. Monday morning, y'all. Monday morning. Let's wait for a few people to show up.
She just gonna stand here and be silent?
Yeah.
No, get over.
I have a pile. I have a pile of stuff to start taking pictures of. What are you doing?
I'm gonna start telling jokes.
Since we already did all your shipping.
Yes, shipping's done.
Yes. So it's just a matter of get a little work done. Oh, good morning, Mary. We're going to see you in a few days.
Yes. Won't be long. What day are you getting here, Mary? Hello, Melissa and Amy.
We put a bunch of stuff in the reseller.
I think Mary's the one that approved it to actually be in there.
Oh. We had to get in our local favorite restaurants.
Hi, Emma Ellie Mom.
Hello.
And Shaney.
Miss Shaney. Settling into her new eBay area. Lots of stuff. Anybody got anything they want to share this morning? I've got a few things I'm gonna, as far as I just brought over all my day spa stuff that I washed this weekend, so I've got a few things to share with you guys. But otherwise, I'm just gonna keep plodding along. My sales were awful most of last week. My saving grace was yesterday. I woke up with 5 sales, which that's awful for me. And then I had, 16 yesterday during the day. So, Thursday, perfect.
Hello, Terry.
Yeah, I think our friends Amanda and Bob, Rocket City Resellers, are going to be here Wednesday at some point. So it's gonna be fun. But we've got strep going through our house, and of course Rebel wakes up this morning with just a little bit of a sore throat. But I'm hoping it's just allergies, because that would just stink to get sick this week with everybody coming into town.
So, Mary, I have a question for you we're going to put together the list of yard sales for the weekend. Do you think that would be better in the yard sale treasure map, or do you think it would be better on the Google map like I set up the other ones for the restaurants and the thrift stores?
I think a lot of people use yard sale treasure map. Around here, it doesn't pull from Craigslist or anything anymore, so it takes somebody to put it on there, which I don't mind. But I think probably probably what you did with the restaurants and coffee shops and thrift stores probably will work.
Because pretty much everybody has Google Maps, but not people could install the treasure map if they want. Good morning, Kathy. It is the first day of fall. I didn't realize that.
I did not realize that either.
So summer's over. So it's not going to be hot anymore?
We've had a little bit of a heat wave. Of course, this is the week we needed to get a bunch of work done. No, there's no we in that statement. Robert needed to get a whole bunch of work done outside.
Yeah.
And it's been hot. Hot, hot. Yeah, strep. It never fails. My son gets it, and then, of course, he gives it to his girlfriend. And then somebody else will get it in the house. Robert and RJ are already fighting this stuff. But usually, I'm okay with all of that.
I think I just got allergies again.
Yeah.
So what do you got to show us?
Oh, I can show.
Show us a few things. We were lazy and did not connect the picture-taking camera today.
No. I'll have to look it up. I haven't even looked it up yet. But more than likely, I'm going to put this on Whatnot. Everybody loves to see that you're selling a jelly cat. So that's probably where that one's going. And then, just love this. I wasn't a big fan of Smurfs growing up, or when my older boys were watching it. But, you know, I don't find the puppets very often, but I still do pick up a lot of the Smurfs. But they in lots, they do better than just singles. So I'll see if I've got any other Smurfs. More than likely, I'm just going to go ahead and add this one to whatever else I have. Yeah, I like Jellycat, but they're, for the most part, they're only bread and butter, with a few exceptions.
I have to confess to cheering for Gargamel and Azrael.
Yeah.
And I always cheered for Wile E. Coyote to get Roadrunner. I found Roadrunner annoying for some reason.
BB.
Yep. I don't know why.
Yep. And then always, I found another Snuggle Bear this week, but I think I already got it listed. But it had a little like Easter basket. I've never seen that before. But these are good, usually $20, $25. So I pick up a lot of, well, almost any Snuggle Bear. Some are bread and butter, some do better. But yeah, all of these have had their spa day. What are you
I thought
doing?
you were done with it.
Oh, yeah, all of them have had their spa day. When I mean spa day, I wash them, and then they sit on yoga mats in my living room. And then after 24 hours, I flip them over upside down. So that tells me we're on day 2. And I let them air dry underneath the ceiling fan. Welcome, welcome, Miss Rhonda. Got junk in our trunk. Rhonda and I have known each other since probably my channel started. She's one of the few people that we haven't met that we became close friends with.
Yeah, anybody of the people that are near us, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to finally meet this week. Yeah, spa day. I don't know what else, they're sitting there, they're enjoying being a part of the family for 2 days. And then they come back out here and get bagged. Well, pictured and bagged. Yeah, I think it's gonna, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Hopefully, it's supposed to rain. I'm gonna go look real quick. It's supposed to rain, but maybe we'll get a reprieve a little bit. Let's see. Thursday, Friday, rain. So,
What about Saturday?
Saturday I'm showing like 5%. So not really. It's not even showing the rain icon.
But it's only 50 and 45 on Friday and
Thursday
Saturday.
So well, let me go look. Maybe it's in the evening only. No, all day.
Good morning, Leah.
But around here, it does affect the number of yard sales we're going to have. But most people, we live in a rural area. Most people have garages or something that they can do their yard sales in. But we'll see. Fingers crossed, right, Rhonda? Good morning, everybody.
Do you have more over here to show people? Yeah, you got that guy there.
Yeah. I'm putting them on my bag.
Oh, I'm just piling them right here.
Oh. Of course. Had to grab it was so dirty, y'all. But, I still see some. I'll probably run it through my wash one more time and spray this. But look, this is typical. The tag is almost all faded. That's the bad thing about agitators. They just don't seem to clean as well. I don't think non-agitator washing machines don't seem to clean as well. I don't think, but they're not as rough on my Plush. I very seldom have stuff that gets torn from the agitator or wrapped around it and just made a disaster of it.
Rhonda said that if it rains, we'll just eat and visit.
Oh,
I think that'd be good. Well, I have the list of the local restaurants here in Greenville, and we'll just make the circuit. We'll go eat at all of them.
Yes. And I know of at least one church sale. So, that'll be indoors. So there'll be some and a lot of thrifts. A lot of thrifts. And if you're willing to travel hour and a half, you're at the Asheville Bins. So if all else fails and you want a bins hit, you can go all the way to Asheville and do the bins. So it's going to be fun. And my son, he has I think it's a lung function test this week, a stress test next week, and then an echocardiogram on the following week. So it's just kind of spread out. My gut tells me something's wrong with his heart. So that's where we're standing right now.
Maybe it's 2 sizes too small like yours.
What are you saying? I'm the Grinch? Was it the Grinch had a teeny tiny non-existent heart? You guys didn't see that. But yeah, it's worrisome. He's still going to school. He's in a trade school right now. Still going to the gym. So hopefully it's something that can either get medicated or mitigated somehow. But we'll see.
Sometimes I think it's not as bad as he makes it out to be when he's around us.
I think so. He likes to get the mama attention. So, yeah.
Yeah, Kathy, my parents live west of you in Missouri. They live north of St. Louis, and it was very, very dry. And they finally got some rain recently that they were happy to have.
Yeah, but then while we were there, it was so much rain, they were having a hard time doing hay. So, it's feast or famine, it seems, these days with the rain.
Yeah, Dad said some people there were already starting to feed hay because it had been so dry that their grass wasn't enough to support their cattle.
The cattle, yep. Yep. Here's what I think. These I don't find very often. So when I do, it makes me happy. But these are play school. Ooh, I have a bunny. We still haven't put up the other boards. And so that way I can get most of my play school stuff that I'm collecting are still in the bins over there. But this is play school. It's called Touch'ems. There's a whole series of these plush, and some do really, really well. I think I only saw one is listed for $40. So I'll probably be about the same and see how it goes. But I haven't checked Terapeak. Oh, what is it? The product research. I shouldn't call it Terapeak. I think it's not even called that on anything anymore. It's just product research. So I'll go in there and see what the history shows me over the last 3 years. Because if it's higher, I'll go ahead and price higher. Let the other person sell theirs for $40, and then mine will be next at a higher price. But definitely I'll have to get it on Etsy also.
Oh yeah, canceling Labor Day fireworks shows. I could see that with the fire.
Dry. We had a burn pile that needed to get dealt with. It just kept growing and growing, and finally, a friend came over with his tractor, and they spread it out so it wouldn't just be this massive, because it is kind of dry around here right now too, but we don't have a burn restriction, so it's not.
And we've had heavy dew, really heavy dew every morning.
Dew.
So he took 3/4 of the pile and pushed it off to the side, and
they kept feeding it,
and then kept pushing more onto it as it burned down, which made it a lot better. So we didn't want it to be too dry and start sending embers up into the air and set houses on fire.
I was afraid rodents were going to start getting in that, and then when you live in the country, then the rodents decide, hey, let's go check out that house.
We had a groundhog living in it.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of them, so that wasn't fun either, because they started coming to the house and digging around the house, and it's just not good.
Nope.
Hey, I have a question.
Yep. Oh.
You ready? This is from
his book.
Not book, the game of conversation starters. But funny enough, this mentions a book. What book or movie describes our life together?
See, I know you would come up with something instantly.
What actor or actress would play you and me in a movie about our life? Your life or my life?
I don't know, a book. Green Acres.
Green Acres.
I knew nothing about gardening and homesteading when we got married, and he drugged me into it, and I grabbed on and learned. I learned a lot in the first years that we were married.
You you did some really good canning. Like the beef stew that you canned was really good.
Mm-hmm. We're still several years after not doing a garden. I still have green beans and stuff canned. So yeah, everybody tells me, well, before my hair got gray, Sally Fields.
Mm-hmm.
I look like Sally Fields, so
Yep.
I'd say Sally Fields. What about you?
I have no idea.
I figured you'd had something instantly.
Like, I don't know. You know, the way I feel and the way that they...
You're not
Yeah.
being recorded, so quit
Oh,
talking off
dang it.
camera.
All right. I'm used to the other camera.
I know.
No. Based on how he acts in some of his movies, Hugh Grant. Because that's how I feel.
Oh,
like
my
a total...
goodness.
I feel like a total doofus most of the time. And that's how he seems to have that kind of character in his movies. So he would be a
love
perfect
Hugh
fit for
Grant.
how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So, but man, what movie though? I don't know. Three Stooges? I don't know. I don't know if that counts as a movie or not.
Yeah. And I'm not one of the Stooges, just so you know. But yeah, he's instant.
I'll have to think.
Instant with the wit.
So who would play? All right, y'all. Who would play you in a movie? Sassy Squirrel says she's been compared to Sally Field too.
Mm-hmm.
I have to bring up a picture of like a younger you and a younger Sally Field. But yeah,
But
I
also
definitely
the
I've seen the
lady-
resemblance.
The lady from the Today Show, Katie Couric. A lot of people said, especially when I blonded my hair, that I looked like.
Reese Witherspoon and Jack Black.
I love Reese Witherspoon. Love her. I love to watch any movie she's in.
What was that one where she was
Sweet Home Alabama.
where she went back to find her dad and he was laying dead on a battlefield somewhere, or because they were doing a reenactment of some Civil War battle,
That one I don't know.
and she came out on the it might be Sweet Home Alabama,
It maybe could have been.
and she's like,
I
"Where's
love
my
that.
dad?" And they're like, "Oh, I think he's up with the other infantry." I can't remember. It was just I just thought it was funny that all the dead soldiers.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Kathy. It's bad. You know, it could be worse. Like, I need to get my eyes examined. And I can't get an appointment till December around here. Well, through the VA. So, everything just seems, to get drawn out forever. But I think we're lucky that, it's a test a week. And hopefully we'll get answers soon. Yeah. Sally Fields. Yep.
Let me look this up here. Sally Field. I could grow a mustache and be Burt Reynolds. We can get us a Trans Am. Drive across the South. So yeah, I see that.
I see it. Definitely. Even older with her gray hair, except her hair's not totally. She's salt and pepper. I'm still a little salt and pepper, especially in the back.
I've been told I look like Blossom, which I've never watched, but I think it's the girl who played Amy in Big Bang
Yes.
Theory. So maybe she would play me.
Yeah, Blossom. What is her name?
I have no idea.
I can't remember.
When Robert goes out, I think someone's coming in my door. Yes, I keep telling myself when I'm doing it, like I need to get some stuff and spray on the hinges, but then I never think about it when I've got time to spray on the hinges.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you remind me to do stuff. Did you do that thing?
Yeah.
And it's always while we're driving.
While we're driving somewhere, I'm like, did you do that yet?
No, and then you got text me, and then hopefully I'll see the text later. And I
Yeah.
won't forget it.
Dang, I can't think of that girl's name.
I can't think of a good movie. But yeah. But the boys around here, it used to be when they were younger, it was definitely Three Stooges, just non-stop nonsense all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You got any more to show us?
Oh, there it is. Mayim Blalik. That's it.
Blalik.
I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Bialik.
Bialik?
Bialik, something like that.
I don't know.
That was an I after the B.
Oh, let's see. I'm pulling stuff from my my piles.
All right, so we'll bring her up here.
Who? That's.
Did I spell it wrong?
It's
Oh,
M-A-Y.
M-A-Y.
I am. She was there. You just had to go down.
Oh, see, I missed it. Oh, that lady. Okay.
Yeah, Blossom. I liked watching Blossom.
Never watched Blossom.
Like, this lady is like super, super like intelligent genius kind of person.
Is she the one that did Jeopardy for a while or something? Like hosted
Yes.
Jeopardy? Okay.
Yes. She's super, super smart.
There you go, right there. Ma and Pa Kettle. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd have that stern face.
And I'd have that, I'm going to have to fix that one of these days. Because that's the way things are around here. Like the hinge. I'm going to have to fix that one of these days.
When we remember.
Yeah, that way Kathy doesn't think someone's breaking into her house.
Yes.
She's a neurosurgeon?
I know she has like a PhD and all kinds of. 'Cause they ended up using her to like check their facts and stuff for the show.
You know, the one that always surprised me was Dolph Lundgren.
Chemical engineering.
The guy that, the guy that played in the Rocky movies, he looked like he always played a Russian because he was like tall and blonde, and played a lot of bad guys and stuff. He has a master's in chemical engineering or something. He has a degree in chemical engineering. So I wouldn't have expected that from him. Just from, the characters he's played on TV or in movies.
Yeah. Dakin, of course. I don't even remember where I got this. At a thrift store, I think. We went running around the other day because we had to go pick up boxes from Granger. Oh, it's Priscilla Hillman. Priscilla Hillman puts out this little bear. Something, I can't remember. So that makes sense why I would find this very cute. So that's one of my finds. I thought this was interesting. Look at the brand. Hold on, where is it? Here. I think I've had a plush before that was UGG. Maybe it was a Lovey. I don't remember. I don't think it's worth a whole lot. But something different.
Their boots can sell for a lot of money.
Yeah, I worry too much about fake.
And around here, people tend to price them at $20 or $30 a lot of times. Every now and then, you can get a cheaper price on them.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy them personally. I don't care what their price is. Oh yeah, neuroscientist.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
Rhonda was cheated by her autocorrect.
Yes, y'all. The autocorrect is awful on voice to text.
Oh yeah, sometimes. I used to do the swipe thing, and every now and then, even though I don't type bad words in my text messages, sometimes it would put a bad word in there anyway. And then, I think sometimes it just doesn't understand how I talk, and it puts crazy words in. My phone is not as smart as she is.
Yeah. But, what else are we going to do?
See, sales are down.
Sales are terrible. Y'all, and 4 returns. I know I said that in my video last night. I had 4 returns in 2 days.
That one day, we had more sales on the store with 450 listings than the store with 10,000 listings.
Yep. It's very frustrating. And, I know eBay's doing stuff because anybody else noticed now, and I think I talked about this in a video, that when you're doing offers, it now at least tells you what your original price was so that you don't have to go back to the screen and say, what did I originally list it at? What is it for sale? So that's nice. It's a nice change, but dang, they've got, like 8-9 days till fourth quarter, and this needs to stop. It's like yesterday, I think I told Robert, I think they're on vacation, or everybody that can, what's the word where they stop your sales? They stop showing your stuff.
I like come up with stunt your growth throttle.
Yeah, they throttle. I swear I feel like they throttle us. You know, certain servers get, and I think yesterday they forgot to throttle me because I sold like 15, 16 things. And then I mentioned it to Robert, and then there was nothing else the rest of the evening.
There was only just a very few after
Yeah,
that.
overnight I picked up a couple, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. Every year, I know if I went back and looked at my videos for September, I'd probably be saying the same thing. You know, they need to quit this. They need to quit making changes as we're heading into fourth quarter. But, you know, the fall release will probably happen, and they'll change something. They're going to do something.
Maybe they'll make a change that increases sales.
We could wish. Anybody else seeing your feedback numbers though skyrocket? Normally, you know, in my really good months, I'll get like 140 feedback. Usually though, right now it's been like 100 a month feedback. And right now, I think right now I'm at 200 and some for this month because, you know, eBay's just giving us all our positive feedbacks without waiting. Now they can come back in. What am I at? Yeah, 247 feedback for this month. So, but I guess that'll be a tell on how many things you're selling each month, which that's not that great if you think about it.
Rhonda's had good sales, but selling a lot of books.
Yeah. Books, they don't store properly for me because I use baskets, and then the baskets are so dang heavy. I only have like 3 baskets of books. I hardly list. Although I'm about to list, I finally cleared off our curriculum shelf of all curriculum because RJ's a senior, so everything on there is done. Yeah. So I'll be listing some curriculum.
There we saw a post on Marketplace last night. Somebody had a bunch of books. They had leftover yard sale stuff, and they had a bunch of stuff for $60. And I think it would have been worth it, but then we'd have to go drive to get it, and the books didn't look like they were in the greatest condition either.
They were red, typical of kids. You know, I
Yeah.
could see some tears and stuff, and you just don't want to list that kind of stuff.
There were a bunch of little golden books and Disney books and stuff like that, or not Disney, but Sesame Street books and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Had a few Plush, didn't they?
There was some Plush, but I didn't see anything that normally I would pick up at a yard sale.
Kathy said they should figure these changes ahead of time before throwing in the monkey wrench. If when I was in software development, if we put something out that broke stuff, we were hammered by the bosses. You know, being a little late is usually okay, but don't break stuff that's working.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't accept. Yeah. Amy's saying she doesn't accept returns. Yeah. I had a conversation with my friend Beth, and it's like for some people it might not be worth it anymore because it used to be the benefit of having, if you offered free returns and you got a negative or a neutral, when you got your item back, eBay would remove that neutral or negative automatically, but they're not going to do that anymore. So other than the 10% off your final value fees, they're really, and customer, what's the word you used? Where people at least know that you offer free returns.
Oh yeah, the customers are more confident.
Yeah, more confident. So, yeah, I'll keep doing it, but I think this year is worse than last year for me, and last year was bad. I was over 1 a week because it's like they come in cycles. I just closed out 3. Before that was probably 3. You can go look.
Where do I find them in here?
The returns. Hold on. All open returns because I got 4. And then you can go into returns Yeah, 12 months. Or
There's
6
no
months.
there's no custom.
There's no custom, but you have to go into closed returns. All the way down. So what did you pick? 12 months. There isn't one for the year. Yeah, I'm at 66 plus the 4 that's open. So I'm at 70 right now for 12 months.
This year's not bad. We are pretty much 3/4 of the way through the year, right?
So 6 months. Yeah, 6 months.
Oh, that's the last 6 months. So the last 6 months is 20. So you're still going to be at over 50.
Yep.
So 1 a week on average, or a little more than that.
Yeah, and a lot of them are ordered by mistake. How do you order something, receive it, and then open an order by mistake? Or the changed mind.
Let's see. Addicted to Purple. Hello, Addicted to Purple. Did you already say hi?
Nope, I hadn't seen
did.
that one yet. Hello, hello.
Yeah, that's my thought. Addicted to Purple on the feedback is that if it's there, the only thing having it there on every sale is it kind of gives sellers a buffer on all the negatives, because
negatives.
It's been my experience that more people that have a negative experience leave feedback than people that have a positive experience. Most people that have a positive experience, just they do the transaction, they go on their way. People that are grouchy about something are more likely to leave feedback, so it's going to tend to distort your feedback more in a negative direction than your actual sales performance indicates. So it's kind of nice in that regard. But I've said it before that if eBay doesn't remove obviously horrible feedback that doesn't make any sense at all, then feedback is going to become meaningless on eBay. And buyers are going to eventually figure that out, and they won't even care what your feedback is. And I think as long as your feedback is probably above 95% or something, people don't care.
Yeah, I heard somebody say as long as it's above body temperature, 98.6, you're good.
Yeah.
Who said that? I read that somewhere.
I can't remember. I remember you reading that to me, though. But I'm thinking, if you're at 95%, because of the way I look at feedback, most people that leave, it's going to skew more negative because of the tendency to complain. And especially because it's online. Like if you want to complain to Walmart, you have to go to customer service and stand there and actually look a person in the eye and complain to them. But with eBay, you just get on there and keyboard commando and be hateful.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rhonda says that she and Samantha are going to check out the used bookstores and free little libraries along the way and in your area. McKay's in Knoxville is a really huge used bookstore. You can find some things in there to flip on eBay too. I'm not sure how they are on their books, but we picked up some toys the other day.
Yep. And then in Johnson City, there's a Mr. K's.
Yeah.
And I think they're actually the same company.
Are they?
I think so, because I know somebody who got banned from one and is now banned at the other one too, because she got banned at one.
So they are related.
Yes.
If my cousin kicks you out of their house, you're getting kicked out of my house too. I'm assuming that's how that goes with them.
Yeah.
Rhonda's had 5 returns all year. 4 were postal issues.
Yeah. And the ones I don't get the change. Well, change my mind. Change your mind before I ship it.
Or my granddaughter.
Yeah, that was the most recent one that's coming back. I was looking at your item, and then my granddaughter got my phone and bought it. And then she says in her message, I haven't even opened the box. But her return said didn't like the item. So.
Emma Ellie, Mom, if you're having audio problems, I could talk to you like I'm talking to one of the kids. Elevate my voice and sound grouchy.
Yeah.
I know when we started doing the lives again, we had some audio issues because on our regular videos that I edit, I boost the audio and I remove the echoey distortion that we get out here in our shop, and I also get rid of background noise. So you're going to get more audio issues on our lives than you'll hear in the regular videos.
Yep.
Granddaughter's like, my dog ate my homework.
Yes.
You know, when I was in high school, we were making rockets, And we made them out of, we even have one, paper towel tubes. And we had to like glue little fins on them and make a cone. And then part of that process, we had to make this little disc with like, it's like a compass, so we could try to tell how high our rocket went. And I got to class that day, and the teacher, who was notoriously mean, Mr. Greenlee, hopefully he's not watching this, but he was notoriously mean and kind of grouchy, but I got along with him well enough. And he was calling us up front to look at our little rocket, not the rocket, but the little altitude trajectory thing. And I said, my dog ate my homework. And he gave me the look of like, uh-huh. So I took it up there, and it was kind of half shredded with bite marks in it and stuff, because my cousin's dog had literally gotten it off the ground while we were waiting for the bus and eaten my homework. And he said that was the only time that he's ever had a student whose dog actually ate the homework. But he was tough, but he was also kind of interesting.
Yeah, I hated sciences. Sciences in school. Mattel Star Beans. So these actually, 101 Dalmatian, definitely always check the comps, because some of the older ones can sell for a lot. Otherwise, even in bad shape. Yeah. You've got all my pile over here.
Am I supposed to put that somewhere else?
Yeah, back towards my queue. These are next to be photoed. I've got Playmobil. I've got vintage Little People I'm going to get done this week. I tried in my Whatnot show to, see if anybody would be interested in the vintage Little People, which is, that's my first love. Look, you can see all my buildings up there, and I've got more that have to get brought over here. I've got the castle, the hospital, even the McDonald's. So, but nothing, not a single item sold of the vintage Little People. So, go put it on eBay. Everybody just wants the more contemporary. I found the Mickey Mouse Little People sets. Definitely check comps if you see any of them. I found the little popcorn stand, and it sells for $50. So it's going to be getting listed this week. I'm in a Fisher Price Little People group, and the admin there just posted, and you can go to, I think it's Mattel Creations, and that's where they're putting out all of these special sets. Like we bought Lord of the Rings.
We did?
What was the one we bought?
No, we bought the Christmas Vacation.
Oh, Christmas Vacation, yeah. They're putting out tons, but right now they just put out a Snoopy set. So I'm going to have to go on there. But he's forever posting the new sets that are coming out. And you can special order them through Mattel. But eventually I think they make it to Target and Walmart and all of that. But, in these groups, it's all about who gets it first, I used to be in a Little People group. In fact, I brought something over here. We actually made our own Little People just for our group. I think it's over here. Nope. I was hoping I'd find them. Oh yeah, right here. See, look. We were Gold Club members, and they took Eddie and Sonia and painted them. They had somebody who had talent. Look. I might have to put these on Whatnot and see how they do. But they just painted them. Put Little People Club on the side. So that's how avid of a collector I was. I had shelves and shelves and shelves. In my old house, I had a wall of like a bookcase built in, and it was just all Little People. Hundreds of them, of the newer kind. So I was an addict, and I sold them all to pay for my divorce.
I was going to say, You said I was an addict. I was going to say I was a dork or something like
I
that,
was an
maybe.
avid collector.
An avid collector. There you go. So the fabric is it's actually, I think this time is fleece. We used to buy like a marine utility cloth,
From
but they didn't.
what was that?
Joann.
Joann's fabric.
But they didn't have it last time. And then I tried this. It was a fleece, and it's actually, I think it was Blizzard white or something like that. And it's actually worked pretty well. It's not as durable, I don't
Yeah.
think. I've been afraid to use the Rolly lint roller on it to get the stuff
Because it
off.
seems to be pulling out a lot of the fibers. But
It was cheaper.
yes, we went into Hobby Lobby that's the first time I've ever been in a Hobby Lobby. We went, and our town has one. Went in there the other day, and they have tons and tons of fleece fabric. So I'm thinking this next time when we go to replace this, I think I'm going to do like a pale gray and not the white, because the minute you touch it, you've left a mark that, and I don't see that being washable.
This is what I use to clean it when I get fuzzies on it and stuff. It's a gleaner. If I can, yeah. It's just a lint roller and a sweater shaver. But this is the lint roller end, and I use this. It picks up pretty well. And then it came with 3 different heads as far as the sweater shaver part. And depending on how coarse your sweater was, and this is for one of the finer ones, but it's worked pretty well for that.
Yeah.
But I mostly use it for the lint roller side.
I think the next time we're near Hobby Lobby, I think I'm just going to go ahead, because there's a dark spot right in the center. And yeah, you can cover it up with a pair of jeans. But, I'm thinking gray might be a little bit better. And it still kind of sort of will, I know some say that everything needs to be white backgrounds. But I don't think that's as important anymore.
And the cloth on here does eventually wear out. It just becomes, like the center of this one is less, I don't know, sticky, is that the right word? It's less clingy. So I'm kind of like working mostly to the left side of it right now so that it will stay on there better, and I could save money by not having to go buy another whole roll or section of cloth right away. But as long as it's something that's kind of coarse, I guess.
Denim, stuff like that.
I don't. Maybe
Stick to it.
Maybe you could go to the cloth store and take a pair of jeans in and say, "All right,
Here,
roll
throw
some
it."
out for me and let me see if it sticks."
But jerseys and stuff, they're not going to stick. So we have a little thing that we can attach to the top to hang shirts. I don't know where it went right now, because
Right.
we have so much jeans that we're trying to get processed and listed.
And we used to have it was a wreath hanger. And I don't know, that thing disappeared during a move at some
that
point.
worked perfect. And
But-
it didn't look so. Right now, it's like a wire hanger that's
It's-
been twisted and
Yes.
turned and.
Yeah, it's a wire clothing hanger that just I folded it in half and, like she said, twisted around so that we can hang another clothing hanger on there.
Yep. Oh,
But the clothing hanger we usually use
my nose.
is generally
Oh, I know where he's going.
over here.
Oh.
This is what we normally use if we got to hang clothes, because you can pinch them with this or hang over the ends, and it does well enough, and it keeps from having to have the more curvy ones.
We're going to be moving the board, I think, back to the house, because I need more space in here for my whatnot stuff and incoming. If you guys could just see my floor, it's still, I have no room for incoming. And then the stuff that I'm emptying out the bins bags so that I can get this stuff washed and then get it ready for either whatnot or get it on eBay. And I'm just, messiness messes with me. I feel a little overwhelmed with, I have a path basically right now, and that's it.
I was assured that once we got over here and you had all this space, that everything would be neat and tidy.
Well, see back here, that's all camping stuff. So that stuff needs to go, and that would give me space. And then, but when you go to the bins like we do and we bring back a trailer full, and I got rid of probably 1,000 items, but the person that took all of them doesn't want anymore. So I'm kind of trying to work with what I've got and lower prices and get this stuff going.
Rhonda's going to get some Whatnot shows set up.
Yeah, Rhonda, I need to do more Whatnot shows too. I think, especially right now with eBay just being as slow as it is, it's just, it gives you a little angst when this is our primary income. So, when eBay, you get a $27 payout one day. I do daily payouts, so no, that would be bad if it was a week, but I do daily payouts. And, last week I think one of my payouts was $27 because, how eBay has the delayed releases and stuff.
I think Whatnot is one of those things that you have to take some lower profit there in order to build a following, and then to get to where you have the bigger following, so that you start making the kind of profit on the items that you'd really like to make on them.
And having a YouTube presence does not help you on Whatnot. It really doesn't.
If you were big enough, it would.
Right.
If you were huge.
But for me, I'm lucky if I have 20 people in a show. So, it doesn't, like everybody else, I'm having to build my following over there. And doing one show a week, it's not happening very quickly.
No,
because I'm not getting a reputation there yet. Never late, Christy. Never late. You still have 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, my old neighbor used to say, if he ain't late, he ain't coming. So
Robert is chronically late for a lot of stuff.
Not late, but just barely making it.
Being former military, you're 15 minutes early is still late to me.
However, if it's something that's really important, I'm very early. Like, I'm early for doctor's appointments. I'm early, things that are like for a funeral or something like that, Like, I would tend to be quite early instead of late. But like regular everyday things like, hey, let's get to this yard sale by 9. 9:15 might be close enough.
No. Jump on more raid trains. Yeah, I haven't done a raid train yet. So I probably need to start, figuring out who's in charge of the different ones. But, I don't want to do like $1 raid train. There's just, no. So, but it would be nice. I'm phasing out the little people. I just can't find them. So it's going to be, smalls and plush. So until I guess I figure out something else, but I can't think of anything else that would be suitable to things that we can find.
And Kathy said stuff expands to space allowed. Yes,
exactly.
It will do that over time.
You give yourself a set amount of space, you're going to fill it before you know.
Time challenged. I could be time challenged.
Time challenged. It's annoying.
That's it. Thank you.
And then he'll go to the door and open it, and I'm waiting when I've been standing 15 minutes waiting on him.
Somebody's got to say it. Flip the switch, make it go the other way. Flip the coin.
No, yeah. It's almost bad though that I'm always so early, because then I'm just sitting there waiting, waiting when I could have. But then at least I can get on my phone.
And scroll around on it for a while.
Scroll. Yeah.
You got any more things to show us?
Trying to see. All of these just came out of the spa. Oh, baby starters is cute. I love this. And at first, I was hoping it was like Lisa Frank. Doesn't that give you Lisa Frank vibes? But it's not. It is Manhattan Toy. It's a mask, hat. I have no clue on what the value is, but just really thought that maybe I should study. Maybe Manhattan Toy and Lisa Frank did a collab, but no.
Where's my phone? I'll take a picture. I think
Don't
it's
know.
over there.
I don't know where you
Did you
put
cover
it.
it? Did you
Oh,
cover
yeah,
it?
that's right. No, this is the other phone.
There
There it is.
I thought it was over here. But yeah, this definitely looks like Lisa Frank stuff.
Just the colors.
Is it time for breakfast yet?
I'm hungry.
Y'all, I was so hungry. I was over there scarfing down a hot dog I microwaved right before the show.
I don't understand people who can eat non-breakfast stuff for breakfast. Nope, not
I
happening.
was hungry.
Rhonda said she was a professional organizer and the management person for years. I need to come for about a week with you. Yes. My house needs it too. My house, there are certain closets that when I moved in 14 years ago, everything just went in there and they've never been touched since. And you know, if in 14 years I haven't touched anything in there, it just really needs to go. It's just time. Time is an issue for somebody who's self-employed, and you know you've got to get this stuff. This has got to get done.
One of the first things I found was it says seesaw prop. It was in Baby Einstein.
Ooh. Instantly though, do you guys ever get, for those of you who sell toys, do you ever get the message from the buyer, the eBayer, because they don't even buy from me, that sends you a message that says you need to change your title to include this and this and this, and it's always Baby Einstein stuff, and some Disney stuff, but I'm assuming it's somebody on the spectrum and they just like to see listings a specific way.
Yeah, this was in multiple episodes of Baby Einstein.
Well, that's a positive, but will I use Baby Einstein? No, I won't put that in there because there's no Baby Einstein on here. Just because it's in a show, to me, that's keyword spamming.
But is it though? As I know, some people, they'll do like a dress that
somebody from a specific show.
From a movie or a TV series wore in an episode, and they'll list that. And I don't know that it's, in my mind, it would not be keyword spamming because you're identifying it with what was worn in the specific episode or a specific movie. So it's sort of related.
But this specific item is not Baby Einstein. So
It's not.
Me personally, no. And I've told this person several times that I'm not adding those words to my listing.
Could you put in your description appeared in Baby Einstein episodes?
I don't know.
Because
to
it
me,
did.
It's still keyword spamming. Maybe if you took a picture of it, in an actual screen on the show. Yeah. The untouched, yes. Like the Granny Square Afghans use Rosanna or Dark Shadows. See? I don't buy the
Maybe
Granny
you should.
Squares. But we don't buy that
Well,
kind of
not
stuff.
that, but I mean, to me, I think it's legitimate. Now, I'm not saying that the rights holder is going to find it legitimate.
Exactly. I haven't had very many of them. But I did have something taken down. Probably in the last year.
See, or Annabelle on the oversized Raggedy Ann dolls or creepy Victorian dolls.
Yeah. See, Fun Fine Outpost is with me. No name dropping. Yes, the Baby Einstein one. Yep. Those of us that have sold. Yeah. Plush, get that message from her. I see it in Facebook posts all the time.
It's probably the same person doing it.
Same person. And somebody will ask, is this right? And it always ends up people disagreeing. Well, thank you, Sandra. Yeah, it'll be in the replay.
I don't know how long it takes. I think
don't know how
it
long
has
it
to
takes.
process, I think, after the fact. I don't know why, but it puts it all out live, but then it has to process it before you can watch a replay, or maybe not. I think maybe that's just what I thought. I'm just going to shut up. Quit looking at me like that.
I was thinking though, there's a church yard sale this weekend.
Friday.
And Friday,
Yeah, Friday and
and
Saturday.
we should maybe record there and put it on the picker channel. It might be a good one because I think there's going to be a lot of stuff there. So.
Yeah, it's a church that RJ's grandma goes to.
So, I think it's going to be a good one. At least, fingers crossed. But because this year, even the church yard sales have been the ones that I have gone to in the past and spent hundreds of dollars buying, strawberry shortcake in their boxes and tons of vintage plush. And this year, nothing. I think we bought clothes at that one. That was it. Not a single toy.
That means they're going to be better next year, though.
You
They have
think?
all this stuff that they didn't sell this year.
Is it almost your time?
It says OBS Studios disconnecting and reconnecting, so
Uh-oh.
I'm not even sure if we're live anymore. So we'll have to find out. But I'm hungry. I need to eat. And our OBS, apparently, we're having some sort of
we're having internet issues.
Internet issues or something.
Yeah,
OBS is
dropped. Yeah. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and call it. It's close, and it seems like we're having internet issues.
Y'all have a good one. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Get to work.